Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna budget our first paycheck of February. So this video shouldn't be too long because there's not that much to budget. But before we do that, I wanted to kind of touch on budgeting variable income. So let's get into it. So, okay, normally when budgeting variable income, a good strategy is to look at your past few months to see on average what you made, because I know a lot of times it can fluctuate, right? And so what I do sometimes is if I see what I made in the past few months, I normally kind of just budget the lowest it's been. And not, if it's like really low, then then just take an average. But generally, if it's like, it could be 1,500 one time, 1,900 another time, I probably would just budget the 1,500 just to be safe if it hasn't really gone any lower than that. So that's kind of like a strategy that I use when budgeting variable income. So for this paycheck, it is variable. So what used to happen before is with my husband's job, even though it was variable income, there was a specific thing that he did every day. So it always kind of brought in the same amount of funds. But then after being off and coming back, he no longer was doing that specific task. So now day to day, it's different. So for this paycheck, along with it just being variable, on top of that, once he came back after being sick, work was really kind of slow. And then we had this huge snowstorm in Ontario, and we live in Toronto. And I think that even slowed things down even more. So this paycheck isn't even kind of like a regular variable paycheck. So we're just gonna do what we can with it. So to start, we'll take our 9 to 5 income. So for this amount, it's actually, there was not enough money to budget. So I took an advance from my paycheck that I normally get on the 25th. And so that's something that I wouldn't normally do, but I only do if I know where the money is coming from. And so this includes an advance from work and the 9 to 5 paycheck. So the amount that we are budgeting is $759. So normally this would be closer to $1,700, sometimes $1,900. So you can tell that's a very big drop. This is why I like to do my February monthly budget before anything else. So I know when I did my budget, everything was okay at the end, like I wasn't in the negative. So for us, part of the problem, it's not just about the money bringing in for the month, but it's when the money will be coming. That's why I took the advance, because even though we are getting the money, it's not going to be till the end of the month. The reason why I took the advance is because I know that I have side money that I'll be getting in February. It's just not yet. So normally I wouldn't take the advance from work. I only take it if I know that I have extra money coming in at some point in the month, because you've seen me budget my paychecks before. There's not really that much room just to be taking advances, because then I know that I wouldn't be able to meet my obligations. So there's that. And then for side income, we have $200. And so if we total this, that equals $959. And so now we come down to our bills. And so giving, we're gonna do $16. And then Candyman is our line of credit. And so for that, we're going to do $65. And if you've ever watched my previous budget with me videos, normally with this paycheck, we would also pay our car payment, which is $270.18. But we wouldn't have enough money to do that. And so what I did is there was a car payment that came out on the 28th. And because my husband had been off sick, we did get government money. It was about $450. So we used that to pay the car payment in January. And so this bill normally, or this paycheck normally, would pay for the car payment that is coming on February 11th, but because we would just do it in advance. But like I said, there wasn't enough to include that into the budget. So you'll see how we end up paying for that in my next video. So the total for this is $81. So if we take $9.59 and we minus $81, we're left with $878. So for food, we always budget $300. That is just the standard. And then for pets, we always budget $200, and that's dog food and fish food and other supplies for the pets. And then, so for gas, normally I would budget $400, but my husband isn't driving as far these days, and so and there's only a limited amount left in the budget, so we're just budgeting $378. So the total of that is $878, and then remaining we have $0. So like I said, in my monthly budget, there's not really any extra room for personal money or anything kind of like that. So this budget is just very simple. So please like, subscribe, make sure you subscribe. I know a lot of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. Yeah, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video where we figure out how we're gonna cover the rest of our bills. Bye.